Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a happy Sunday. Welcome to Shelley's Millions, where we go live every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. to talk about budget and finance, and then usually a little movie update because that's my primary job. Um, Lots to kind of get into today, but I know Debbie always wants to know what the number one movies are of the week. So let's check that out together and look at Box Office Mojo. I think that's normally the one. It is going to be Bad Boys Ride or Die. That is the number one movie this weekend, followed by The Watchers and the Garfield movie. I kind of want to see that. It's not playing. Here's one of the things that you guys can probably like deduce from someone working in a movie theater is that I don't want to pay for movies anymore. If it's not playing at one of the locations where I work, I don't want to go. I don't want to spend the money. But that's only because I'm used to getting it for free. Like if I didn't work at a movie theater, I would definitely like pay to go see a movie. Does that make sense? I mean, the industry needs people to come uh, watch movies in theaters. Maybe I should pay to see the Garfield movie. It looks pretty cute, and I love the advertising campaign for it. Okay, then Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So yeah, those are the number one movies this weekend. That's just one day. Let's look at the weekend. Does it already have it? Oh no, it still is with last weekend. Okay. All right. So that's the movies. The Bad Boys. I think this is the fourth installment of the movie, Ride or Die. Okay. Infinity says, remember a few weeks ago, someone had the idea of building a wooden shed. Well, you did it. You finished it today, 6 by 8 feet and insulated on the inside, and you got yourself a new man cave. That is so awesome. I'm so proud of you. I am not great about finishing projects like that. I always think that I want to do them and then I get it and I'll watch YouTube tutorials. And somebody, when I was doing home repairs more at my mom's house, they were like, why don't you DIY it and share it? And I actually started a video when we were like remodeling her bathroom. And then I tore it all apart and I couldn't get it back together. So I get stuck on things like that. A lot of instructions. At least it came with instructions. And then I get to where I don't wanna do it. So, one of the things on my vision board for 2024, which is it's like half over. How did that happen? I don't know how we're halfway through 2024 right now. But whatever. So, was to paint this patio furniture that I had outside. I have a really nice wooden stain, which PS mom, I think I still have more left. If you want to stain your porch when we do it black, I have black wood stain that has primer and everything included in it. So, I finally got that done. So I'm happy about that. We put up our pool early. Me and my best friend who rents the garage for work from home. Um, Sometimes they'll go for a swim after work or before work or on their lunch break. Um, so we always put up a above ground Intex pool every summer. So we have already done that, even though it's not quite hot yet. So some patio projects are happening, and I just watched a video for like a chicken. I don't know if we'll grill this summer or not. I like the idea of grilling, but my backyard's pretty small. Like there's like trees from the neighbors that kind of hang over, and now we've got a pool and a table, and I don't know if there's room for a grill, but I kind of want to grill like a whole chicken on a pineapple. It looked cool. So I'm not sure if we'll put up some sort of grill this year. Guys, I have to talk about something that I wish I didn't have to, but I feel like I need to say something and I might need to take some videos down. So I'm going to pull up an article. So every once in a while on YouTube, you see like a video that you have kind of like pop up and, like, gain traction again. And I've been working a ton. I love it. But I noticed that one of my Yada Bank videos was trending. And so I first want to well, some of you might not know what's going on. So let's get everybody up to speed. Let's see here. Okay. So Yada Bank, people are having trouble, and hold on. I liked Yada Bank, but let me first tell you. Okay, so what is happening is people that are using Yada Bank, and I'm one of those people as well, they can't get their money out of the bank. And this is something that in a lot of my YouTube videos, I even have a review saying how much I like Yada Bank. And I did like it for a long time. Now, obviously, people have their money stuck inside of Yada Bank and they can't get it out. Let me see here. Prize balance. I'm trying to see. Okay, prizes earned. Biggest prize. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you should be able to see that. So, Yada Bank kind of worked like they would pull a prize and you would you could it was like a lottery every single night. And I earned like $629 in prizes. You could earn prizes other ways besides the lottery system. But it was supposed to make banking fun and saving money fun. And I thought it was like such a great idea, right? I didn't look a lot into the bank. I will say that I watched a video on Yada Bank by Graham Stephan called I Bought a Bank, and I was in Graham Stephan's mentorship. I don't think I personally don't think that Graham Stephan would try and like rip anybody off. I think probably, but that did make me trust it, right? Because he was, at least, I don't know if he still is, an investor in Yada Bank. He was an angel investor. He helped it get off of its feet. So what has happened is there's some like I don't know how to explain it, but people can't get their money out, which is not great, right? And this is a product that I recommended because not off of you guys or anything, not off my recommendations, but you but off those prizes, I had got like $600. I was like, this is great. Like, this is like an extra way for people to get money on top of their savings. Richard says that he does business with a credit union and you never hear of a credit union collapsing. That is true. And here's the interesting thing, though. How I understand it is, and which is why people are having trouble getting their money out, the bank portion of it isn't what collapsed. It's like the processing company that they're working with. And this has been an issue. Let me scroll down. I am on Yada's page. I feel like I should just read all of this so that you guys know if you don't know. And I do want to take responsibility. I am so sorry if any of my viewers have, and I'm going to call you guys friends because a lot of you guys are my friends in real life. I'm so sorry if anybody has their money stuck in there. I have a little bit of money stuck in there, but it's really small. It's like $7.34, I think. And it's not that I'm not using Yada anymore or that I had any advanced knowledge that this was going to happen. Although I will say something that I thought was weird is that for a while, Graham was telling everybody to Ben, I'll look at your comment in a second. Uh Graham Stephan was telling everybody about Yada in his videos. And I noticed that he stopped and I noticed that he started talking about Ally Bank again. Both Yada and Ally Bank are all online. There's no like physical branches that you can go into. And I was like, that's weird that he's not mentioning Yada anymore. But I just thought that he, like, maybe it was a conflict of interest and maybe he just wasn't supposed to do that anymore. Or maybe he realized that, like, like for him, since he was an angel investor, that maybe it wouldn't be the best idea to also be recommending that to his viewers. Conflict of interest, right? That's what I thought. And I don't know why he stopped mentioning Yada to this day. But it is my understanding that he took down his video called I Bought a Bank. So, um, anyway, so one of my videos started trending. I stopped using, well, stopped isn't the right word. Back in November, when I went on my trip to Egypt and Portugal and Spain, I had a lot of bills. Like, I never have like a lot of money in my savings to begin with. Because I either invest the money or I use it to pay my bills. And what happened was, up until November of 2023, Yada was my primary bank. Wells Fargo, which is not great, is my secondary bank. And my mortgage is due through Wells Fargo. And I just play things so close that, sorry, I got a scab here. Something scratched me. So I keep my budget so tight that I would need to transfer money from Yada. I was just transferring money from Yada over to Wells Fargo, and that process always seemed to take, like longer than Venmo, longer than Zelle. The So my money from my paycheck would get deposited in Yada, direct deposit to Yada Bank, and then I was transferring my money for my mortgage payment from Yada into Wells Fargo. But back in November, I was like playing with deadlines and everything, trying to get zero interest, trying to maximize my credit card points because of the trip I was going on. And then my car broke down. And basically, I couldn't wait the way my budget was worked out. Wasn't in a place to wait the 5 days for the money to transfer 5 business days for the money to transfer from Yada over to Wells Fargo in order to make my mortgage payment without it being late, and I was going on vacation. And so back in November of 2023, I changed my direct deposit information and made my primary bank, um, just kind of by default, back to Wells Fargo. Because when your money is direct deposited from your work into the same place you have your mortgage, like it's instant. So I could get direct deposit from my work. It normally hits a couple days early technically. So like if I got it on a Wednesday, I could make my mortgage payment on a Wednesday and it would show that it was paid. Whereas when it went to Yada first, if I got paid on a Wednesday, then it would be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because those aren't business days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of the following week, really before the money was available to make my mortgage payment. And that was too long because I was keeping everything really close to its due date. So I was just lazy. I never switched it back to Yada. I could have, but I didn't. And so I only have about $7.34 left in Yada Bank, and I hadn't been actively using their services. But people can't get their money out. And this is what my mom, my no, my mom didn't use it, but I recommended this to several of my old coworkers. I think they stopped using it also. I'll have to check. So at least two of my coworkers I know were using it, and then I think they stopped. I don't know why. Um, but I just hope I just want to apologize if any of you signed up and have your money stuck, and just to say that I'm sorry. And I do want to read a little bit about what's going on. And I'm torn about whether I should leave the videos up or take them down. Like, it's a part of kind of like my YouTube story, my YouTube history. Like, I liked them. And I do let's read the most recent update from 6/8. So this is on Yada, and this is a payment processing status page. So the payments won't process. This page functions as a resource where we provide daily updates on the status of payment processing, including ACH, wires, and cards. We're working around the clock to restore access and want to provide continual visibility on the issue to our customers. So that at least it sounds like they're, trying to take responsibility. So here's their log from yesterday. So there was a hearing, it looks like. So we might want to read this backwards. During the hearing, the trustee updated the court on the status of their work. The trustee is making meaningful progress towards their number one priority of restoring customers' access to their funds. We will provide additional updates as the trustee continues their work. Additionally, we are meeting with the staff of the United States Senator on Monday to try and help add resources to expedite a resolution for customers to access their funds. Because what happened is, okay, Synops. Do you guys want to read this? Let me know if you guys want me to dive into what's going on with Yotta Bank and why people can't get their money out. Yeah, Richard, it's not like it's not a big bank. It's like a small, new online bank. And what people are saying is it's not actually a bank, it's a fintech company, except the Yotta Bank is a bank. It's backed by Evolve Bank and Trust. But it's like the payment processing system that they were paired up with, those people went bankrupt. So even and Yotta is FDIC insured, which means that if the bank itself failed, here's where it gets interesting. If the bank failed, your money would be like reimbursed or whatever up to $100,000 FDIC insured, which Yotta Bank is FDIC insured. But Yotta Bank's not the one that failed. It's their credit card processing partner. And because that failed, it's not covered by FDIC. And this is just my understanding of it. I could have some of this not quite right. But because it's the payment processing portion that failed, that doesn't count as the bank failing, and that's why the people's money isn't protected by the government. All right, let me see what Ben has to say. Have you heard of Ally Bank, though? I'm just curious. Okay. Ben says, have you heard of the side hustle while you're training AI? You make like 20 or more an hour. Data notation tech. I want to sign up, but I hear you must pass a hard starter exam first. Only if you get in. All right, here's what I think on that, Ben. I have a lot of work and life updates to share too, I guess, sort of. I think that you should always try to improve yourself. So, number one, does it take money to do that test? If it's free to take the test, then try. Number two, are there study materials? Like if we Google right now, data notation tech, let's do that. Data notation tech test, data notation tech test. Okay, well, there's some answers, it appears. Jeez, look at that. Oh, that's crazy. Are you guys seeing this? It looks like you might be able to get the answers to the test. So I guess I don't, how to pass. Let's look at that. Okay, there's like a YouTube tutorial. Pay attention to the instructions, read them carefully, take your time, which are like kind of, it looks like there's lots of YouTube videos on how to pass the data annotation starter test answers. So I don't want to go too much into that, but take the test, especially if it's free to do, because I think that we should always be working towards improving ourselves, right? Continuous self-improvement. And that can be being healthier, which is one of the things I'm going to do today. I'm going to go on a walk after this. I haven't exercised purposefully in a long time. I'm going on a walk with a friend, so it's like killing two birds with one stone. We used to go for a walk almost every week. Me and this friend, it's an old coworker. And, we probably haven't gone on a walk in almost a year because I've been really busy. And he's, now works a job that's like 9 to 5. So we used to walk like a weekday at 1 o'clock, but now he works, so he can't go for a walk at 1 o'clock. Um, so this is the first time we're able to, like, make it work. So, anyway, so you can improve your health, you can improve your knowledge by reading books or, taking a course or taking a test. I really think, like, even the free certifications that you can get on LinkedIn, um, Google course certifications, get a certification in anything that you think might interest you or make you a more desirable asset on the job market. It's weird to describe people as a desirable asset, but make yourself more employable, make yourself worth more money, like, or just fill your time, right? Um, if you think it might interest you, I don't know if there's a cost to take the test, right? If there is, definitely like try and study for it so that you can try and pass without having to pay to take it a second time. And that was my second question. Is this like a you can only try and take it once and then you're done? I feel like that doesn't work as an adult, right? I feel like as an adult, we can just take the test as many times until we actually pass, right? Like that's how it works with like a driver's license, right? Like, you might have to wait a little bit of time, but then you can retake it. I think that's how it works with, like, insurance money and stuff like that, or, like, insurance agents. I think you could just retake the test. But study for it, try and do well, try and prepare yourself, and then there's another, aspect to me where I just think, like, if the job sounds too good to be true, it might be. How many people are taking this test? How hard is it to find a job in the industry once you've got the certification? But that shouldn't stop you from getting the certification because the more certifications that you get, if you were to change jobs or careers, it's going to make you more employable when you go to find your next job. And it'll just be like a new skill. And I think, like, for me, learning a new skill is really satisfying when at first maybe it's difficult, um, and then through time you work to improve and then you're better, and so there's, like, some self satisfaction in, doing that even if you don't totally change your career. So I'm always gonna advocate doing anything that, increases your knowledge and your resume. Just 2 birds with 1 stone. So yes, I think you should pursue that. Okay, back to the whole Yada Bank thing, and I bet my mom is just gonna be like, "Oh, I bet," my mom's gonna probably be glad that she didn't join Yada because I remember she used to tell me, "Oh, I wish I could do that." Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. That means to please like the video. Okay, so on 519, Yada Bank says we are experiencing payment processing failures on ACHs, wires, and debit and credit cards due to an outage with Synop's brokerage banking processors. We are actively working on a resolution and will let you know once it's resolved. We apologize and understand that this is not acceptable and is a massive disruption to your daily lives. So what happened? On May 7th, we were notified that Lineage Bank member FDIC halted ACH processing for all Synop's brokerage accounts and that Evolve Bank and Trust member FDIC would begin to process ACH transactions on behalf of Synop's brokerage. Yada customers hold accounts with Synop's brokerage. On the evening of May 11th, we were notified by Evolve that they never agreed to take on ACH processing and will be halting all payment processing that they are involved with effective immediately. These events have left Synop's brokerage without an ACH processor, and Evolve's decision to freeze cards is causing all card transactions to fail. How does this impact me? Customer funds in the Synops brokerage program are swept, deposited into accounts at a network of member FDIC banks. Funds held in these accounts are eligible for FDIC insurance. All programs that work with Synops are impacted by this. ACH transfers and card transactions will not go through until banks restore their services. What we're doing about it. We understand the importance of this matter and are working around the clock to get ACH and card processing restored, which will enable customers to transact. Ultimately, it is up to Evolve to restore card services and Lineage, or Evolve or another processing bank to provide ACH services. We are in contact with regulators to expedite a resolution since this is unacceptable. But at this point, we're almost like a month. Oh, no, we are a month on May 7th. So we're more than a month where people are not able to access their money. Okay, then on 5/20, they say Synops, Phi, Evolve Bank and Trust, and Lineage Bank are meeting with a mediator today in order to try and come to a mutual resolution regarding their disagreements so that payment processing can be restored. 5/21, continuing to speak with all parties and regulators to help reach a solution. Major news networks, including CNBC, are starting to cover this issue, which should help push Synops Phi and its partner banks to come to a resolution. 5/23, an important a court hearing tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time regarding Synops Phi, where resolutions about payment processing are expected to be discussed. 5/24, Chapter 11 trustee Jenna McWilliams was appointed in the Synops Phi case today, who will work to help restore payment processing. Correction, the Chapter 11 trustee is expected to release a status update no later than Thursday, June 6th by 6 p.m. Pacific time on their progress, not on May 30th, as we were first told by the U.S. trustees in the case. 5:30, pending in-app withdrawals have been canceled to help bank partners better facilitate access to funds. We previously reported that the Chapter 11 trustee would be giving an update today. However, we were notified that the first update will occur on June 6th and then weekly thereafter. We are aware that the trustee is working hard to help resolve this matter. June 3rd, on Friday, 5/31, documents were filed in the Synops Phi bankruptcy case that allows information amongst all parties to be shared more easily to help come to a resolution. 6/4, my mom's birthday. Happy belated birthday, Mom. Well, I told you happy birthday on your birthday, but happy birthday, Mom. We went and played bingo. We had fun. We won a little bit. We are working to schedule meetings with relevant members of Congress later this week to try and help expedite a resolution. On Friday, 6/7, we will be meeting with a member of United States House Committee of Financial Services to try and help expedite a resolution. Additionally, the first status report will be filed by the trustee no later than 6 p.m. tomorrow, 6/6. On 6/6, the trustee filed an initial status report in the Synops Phi bankruptcy case today, outlining the steps they have taken since being appointed the trustee in this case. The report stated, since the appointment, the trustee and proposed counsel have been working around the clock to investigate the events that led to the reconciliation issues and freezing of end user accounts and identify a path to unfreezing customer accounts as soon as possible. The trustee proposed multiple potential paths forward in the report. There's a court hearing tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Time where the trustees' report and proposed initial recommendations will be discussed. We will provide another update as soon as the hearing concludes. Then yesterday, during the hearing, the trustee updated the court of the status of their work. The trustee is making meaningful progress towards their number one priority of restoring customers access to their funds. We will provide additional updates as the trustee continues their work. Additionally, we are meeting with the staff of a United States Senator on Monday to try and help add resources to expedite a resolution for customers to access their funds. So again, I feel very sorry. Oh my goodness, was I just reading that and it wasn't even on the stage? Okay. Well, Oh, no. All right. Let me see here. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. So that's what's going on with Yada Bank. And then I'm going to show you guys what it says. Like so this is my account. And if I go and I try and transfer that $7.34, I hit transfer, withdrawal funds. It should just stop me there. 733 withdrawal. Are you sure? So it says, let's see here. Can you see that? Oops, withdrawals from Yada Bank are currently disabled. For more updates, please visit www.yada.com slash payment dash processing dash updates. That's what it says when you try to transfer your money. So right now it won't let you. And again, I'm so sorry if any of my viewers have their money stuck in this product because I did like them. I did recommend them. Um, I don't know what happens from here. I don't know if I could ever like recommend them again. It sort of doesn't seem like it's their mistake. It seems like it's this synapse processing mistake, but I think like it's going to be impossible for people to trust them again. So I probably will not recommend them even though I did like the concept. And the concept works in Europe. They've done this model to increase people's desire to save money. They've done it in other countries and it has really helped the savings rate. So I'm sad to see this happen, honestly. Okay. Richard says your bank accounts are protected up to 250K with FDIC. That's the impression I'm under. Yeah. Okay. I might have the amount wrong. And then Richard says I don't trust them. Yeah, fair, especially if people have their money in their account frozen. That's crazy. And it's like the stories are heartbreaking, right? Of people who did have large amounts of dollars in there. And I want to talk to two of my friends. So when I was in the Graham Stephan mentorship, I definitely like made friends or acquaintances at least with people who had a lot more income than I did. And I know at least two of them had their money in Yada Bank. So I'm curious, like if they have money stuck, I'm gonna try and find that out. If I know anybody personally that got their money stuck. I have $7.33 stuck, but that's not gonna make or break me. I hope that they find a way to release the funds and get everything working again. Okay, Linda says, this is to Ben, go for it. There has to be more side hustles where you won't need your car. Uber, Lyft, DoorDash. Side hustle from home is tricky to find, but it's possible. It's my friend asking if we're still on to walk at 1. So let me let him know that yes, I think we are. Um, yes. Okay, what other updates do I have for you guys? So again, yeah. Um, Definitely approve of side hustles and certifications to boost the resume or just like give you it's learning anything is always going to be better. Like it's going to be better than sitting in front of Netflix all weekend. It's going to feel good to get that certification. Okay. Let's see here. What else do you guys want to talk about today? Um, I might head out a little early today. Let's see. Ba, 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 let's just let's I'm not really that familiar with Reddit, but I kind of want to look at Reddit to see what they're saying about all the Yada Bank stuff. All right, let's see here. Update from Yada. This is long. Uh, Okay. I don't know. Let's just read this. Okay. Update. Yeah, I'm sharing this page, right? You guys can see this? Okay. I think that's hard to read. All right. They reached out to Yada about their lack of transparency and requested an update on their end. This is what they said. Thanks for reaching out. Funds are not yet moving as a result of the hearing, so we have no update to share regarding the time frame at this stage. The most updated info we have for you. We are experiencing difficulties with payment processing on ACH wires and our debit and credit cards due to an outage with Synop's brokerage banking processors. We are actively working on a resolution and will let you know once it's resolved. We apologize for the inconvenience. Direct deposits and paychecks. The last update we had was that external deposits or paychecks would still be deposited into Yada accounts. We are now seeing that direct deposits, external deposits, refunds, and paychecks are being returned to the sender. I think at least that's good. So at least if your money is stuck, more money isn't getting stuck in there. So yeah, and then their advice, which is also would be my advice, is to please reach out to your payroll team or the individual senders or merchants of the external deposits you were expecting to see if they received notice of returned funds. This would mean the funds were not deposited into your Yada account and returned. But again, better for them to be returned so that you can arrange for them to be deposited somewhere else versus them getting deposited and getting stuck. This would mean the funds were not deposited into your Yada account and were returned. If a deposit or paycheck was deposited into your Yada account, then access to these funds is still an ongoing issue until it is resolved. You may see the funds have left other financial institutions but don't see the deposit in Yada. And this is due to the ongoing ACH delays, external payments, or transfers using account routing numbers. If you made an external payment, um, okay, I think I'm not going to read all of that because it's kind of like a recap um, of what we just went through. It would also be helpful. Okay. It's saying like ACH, it would be helpful for the FDIC to hear from you about the lack of access to ACH is impacting you. The phone number for the complaint line is 1-877-275-3342. To file an e-complaint, follow these steps. Money movement. Unfortunately, we do not have an update or ETA for any type of money movement or for ways to access funds. For the time being, there is no access to the funds or the ability to move money in any capacity. This includes payments, wires, checks, all types of card transactions, and withdrawals. There's no alternate money movement options for the accessing funds until this issue is resolved. We do not have any estimates or updates on an ETA for resolution. Please know we're doing everything we can to get banking services restored. Um, and then just some of the comments. I wonder what percentage of their customers have withdrawn all funds. Yada is probably done. They're saying maybe 60% now, but will grow each day that more users find their hose. I give them 3 months after funds start flowing until they are at too small a user base to stay operational. Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised either. I don't think they're going to be able to survive this. This person has been trying to withdraw money for 2 weeks and they're stuck in processing. Um, I'm done was using it for bills to hopefully get a free one to hit every now and then, but that's never happened. Prizes are all trash and probably rigged. Have 1K plus purchases on there, and the only one that got a refund was for a 0.01 cent charge that happens when you set up a new account and they have the penny back and forth. Like seriously, had to go through the pain of changing all my auto debits to a different account, and now we just sit and wait until my withdrawal goes through, and that will be all for Yada. I know I am one, but this is because I just made an 8K purchase and discovered all this fun when I was wondering why my money hasn't transferred to my main bank. Oh no. Okay. This person said that they withdraw all their funds and still haven't received it in their bank account a week later, which is making them angry. I hope they didn't just take my money because it still says processing and it's been over a week. Everyone's having that issue right now. Yada's in court with Synops and Evolve trying to work it out. This person says they watched the entire hearing yesterday, and it seems everyone's number one goal is to open up the accounts. We'll have a better understanding on Monday, but this was 22 days ago that this comment was made. That's the day the judge orders all parties who can make executive decisions to attend. Also, Synops stated to the judge that all ledgers requested will provided. There's a lot of posts from folks that seem to think the judge ordering the ledgers to be provided and the dashboard to remain open was going to change something. But if you were on the hearing, both parties claim those things already happened, so it doesn't really impact anything. I don't foresee us getting funds anytime before next week's hearing, honestly. And that was, again, 22 days ago. The same questions need to be asked of some other things. Are they covering up something else? There's money missing in 300 fraudulent credit card transactions that they mentioned at the hearing. This is big because the Evolve lawyer did not receive these documents until he landed, meaning Synops withheld these documents until the Evolve lawyer was on the phone to the trail with no time to review. Anyone else have a better understanding of these documents? Call center, ask for, ask response. I initiated the withdrawal of my money last Saturday, and yeah, it's still sitting. And unfortunately, I have a large purchase that I plan with that money. Also, I did this before knowing any of this information, so very much not a happy camper. They're saying the same thing over and over again. Yeah. So that seems to be what's going on with that, and it just really sucks. Okay, let's see here. Richard says, I don't trust online banks any more than I trust brick and mortar banks. Yeah, that's kind of for sure. So what a bummer on that. And it's I really liked them. I have $7 stuck in there. I mean, at some point I would like to get the $7 back. But at one time, okay, so let's see here. Let me pull something else up because I actually think it will show me my account balance. And like I can just like I know that it would just like make me sick, quite honestly. Like if oh my goodness, does it show me? It might not show me my history. I feel like it used to show me like the way no, here we go. So at some point in time back in 2020, I had 24,971 dollars. Oh, that's moving. So if that would have happened, like I would have been devastated, quite honestly. And then over time, that's where I was saving money for my taxes on YouTube for money that I was making. Um, and then I think I put all my money in there, and then just over time, like it started being like, okay, my work direct deposits or saving for a trip. I was definitely saving for my trip last year. Let's see here. Ugh. It's just, like, heartbreaking. So, yeah, that Reddit thread did give money to the FDIC, but what's happening is they're saying, "Oh, well, it's not the bank itself that failed," but they're saying it's, like, the processor, and, like, I just hope that people that had a lot of money in there, are able to, like, get access to their funds fastest. I almost feel like I shouldn't call, but look, it says, call the FDIC at 1-877-275-3342. So that is the number that I could call and complain. But I think all of this is going to play out in court. and that no one's gonna get access to their money until some sort of resolution is made. So, I don't know, this is I'll follow this now, and it does, maybe I should like, I made a video saying how much I liked this bank, um, and that's what the comments were. That's how I found out that this was happening because people were commenting on those videos, and I was like, "What? What is going on with Yada Bank?" So, savings account and gambling is what people said. You can have 1 billion and won't see a cent of it. Somebody else asking if I still believed Yada Bank is a good bank. Somebody else said, oops. Somebody else says, how's the Yada scam going for you now? Um, I thought I liked them, you know? I really did. Also, mom, we got to make another video. We didn't do that. Remove all the videos on Yada. The thing is, like, I'm probably gonna do that, but I've always wanted to, like I don't wanna just try and erase my mistakes, you know what I mean? Um, I wanna, like, own up to them, I think. I don't know, I'm not quite sure what the obviously, I can't recommend them right now because if you put your money in, you get stuck and you can't get it out. Hopefully, they're not even letting people deposit money in, and it sounds like they're not because it's all online and the money that's getting deposited in is getting, like, returned to sender, basically. Um, but it was a product that I believed in. So, like, opinions can change? I don't know, but yeah, I think I'll probably go through and it's gonna take a while because what? A lot of my videos have, like, my link to sign up, so I need to take all of that off my videos. I think I'll probably do that today. Definitely take off the link and all of that. Um, Also just wanted to share with you guys, okay, just different, like, life updates, at least real quick, and then I might head out a little bit early today. Um, I've been working a lot, but I've been having fun. I'm a lot closer to home now. So that's great. But it's kind of like a new location, but not exactly. Like we just finished this really extensive remodel. So it's a beautiful building, but brand new teams coming together and coming in place. So I've just been a little bit extra busy lately, but thoroughly enjoying my new position. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to share that. And then what else is going on? I don't know. All right. I do think I'm gonna head out a little bit early today. Um, Start working on pulling some of those videos down. All right, you guys. Let me know what you want to talk about next week in the comments down below after the video. We go live every Sunday at 11 a.m. To talk about budget and finance. So thanks so much for watching Shelly's Millions. I'll see you next Sunday.